Welcome to Recrea Now, a health and wellness podcast for all of your health and therapy needs.
Hey guys, welcome to Recrea Now. This is episode 3, so thank you for tuning into the previous episodes. Greatly appreciate it. I hear everybody loves 1, so that's fantastic. Last Wednesday 2 came out. Every Wednesday you're going to see a new one. So please subscribe. We are super excited to be offering this. We're going to give you lots of different topics and subjects, things to learn. Please go on and rate and review us. Give us a 5 stars if you love us, but please be honest. Honesty is the best policy around here. If you have any questions or maybe you have topics that you want me to discuss or talk about, anything we've already spoken about, I could pretty much be one of those people. You give me a subject and I could talk for hours on it. So anything, just let me know. I definitely would love to hear from you. Just go to recreapodcast@gmail.com. Leave any of your comments there. We'd love to hear from you. This month we have some July, we have some special deals going on. Go to our website, recreahealth.com, and then you can see some of the deals that we're doing. And then I just want to give you a tidbit of what today, we're actually going to talk about some motivation, how people try to tell us that we can't. So enjoy the break, and we'll see you after the break.
The truth of the matter is this.
Welcome.
I don't think a lot of the consuming public knows that, but that is the case.
Go for real 216.
It's just math. Just math.
The podcast.
He's a little bit savage.
Featuring car business guru Sean P. and his sidekick Eva B. The Go For Real 216 podcast brings you weekly episodes discussing general car news, answering your questions about how to properly purchase a vehicle and maintain the car business industry, and much more. Find us on YouTube, Apple Podcast, Google Podcast, Spotify, iHeartRadio, and much more. Holla.
So welcome back from the break, and I hope you check out the Goat for Real 216 podcast. He's got some great information on there. Good friends of mine really have taken a great interest into what we're doing, so I really hope you take an interest into what he's doing. Plus, he's just funny. All right, so today's session, I was really kind of racking my brain this week to try and figure out what I really wanted to talk about. And I don't want to give you guys a whole bunch about our services because you can go look at that. You can see what we do. I don't want to sell to you because, again, you can just look. You need to trust me. You need to understand me, where I'm coming from, why I am what I am, and who I am. And I've always said no matter how much I succeed in life or where I go or, what I do, I will always remember where I came from. I will always remember the struggles. I will always be me. So if you want somebody to be fake or, you want somebody to just, put a cherry on top and tell you what you want to hear, I'm not that person. I don't feel that it's the real business and it's not what we should be doing. We should be honest with each other. So I would expect you to be honest with me and I would be honest with you. So throughout my life, and this started when I was 5, love my grandpa, great guy. But when I'm 5 years old sitting on his lap, he says, "Ange, what do you want to do when you grow up?" I threw my little hands on my hip. I said, "Grandpa, I'm going to be a doctor." He looks at me and he says, "Ange, that's not possible. Girls are not doctors. Your job in life is to be a mom, take care of your husband, take care of your kids, and that's it." Well, being my little 5 sassy self that I just was like, no, this is not how this is going to be. Well, Grandpa was on his deathbed. He had lung and liver cancer, and he loved Snickers and Coke. So I went to Grandpa at the nursing home, and yes, "Hi, Grandpa, you remember when I was 5 and you told me that I had to be barefoot and pregnant and take care of my kids and my husband, and I couldn't be a doctor? Why'd you tell me that?" And he looks at me and he says, "Ange, you were always full of fire. I knew there was a fire in you, and I wanted to light it. I wanted to make sure that you succeeded in life because I always knew that you could." So I took that information into my 20s. I had just, come out of the military, but I had heard in high school, I had a mom that was on welfare. She had to struggle. She was a single mom. My dad left when I was 3. And mom struggled, we really had a rough time. There was at one point she had an extremely abusive husband. I mean, at 8, 9 years old, I'm picking broken plates out of my mother's back. I would have to run up the street to call the cops to have them to come save my mom. He was not a nice guy. He was a monster. And, just going through all of that and just really, so this was known stuff, when I'm in high school and, I wanted to take college prep classes. I wanted to go to college and they're like, I don't think you have it. You're probably not going to make it. Well, one in particular thing, a guidance counselor, she told me, no, you're not, you can't take these math classes. Nobody takes these 2 math classes in 1 year. I knew I needed to take those in order to take the college prep classes my senior year. She's like, no, you need your mom's signature. So I went to my mom and I told her, Mom, I need you to sign this. Mom didn't have a clue what geometry and algebra was. So I went ahead and she signed it and I succeeded. I took those classes. I did great. Yeah, I struggled, but I did great. So then I wanted to go to the military and everybody, oh my gosh, that's horrible. You can't do it. You won't make it. Well, nobody knew except for Grandpa, hey, tell Ann she can't make it. Well, guess what? She's going to make it. So everybody kept telling me. The only person that kept saying, oh, yes, you can, is my mom. She kept saying, you can do this, you can do this, you can do this. So I went through boot camp. I did fine. I went through the military, but I even had a stuttering problem in the military because now I'm learning all these big words and I'm learning, going to college and, just all of the stuff. But I grew up pretty simple, so I didn't know this. So then I started stuttering. So then, sometimes when you stutter, you don't look so smart. So, all of those things. But in the military, working, every other day, 24 hours, working every day during the day, and going to school in the evening, came out of there a year and a half, finished my associates, and I had a 3.8. So I knew I could do it. So then I finished the military, went to nursing school, and actually was in the accelerated program. I did really, really well through that. Then I finished nursing school, waited about 2 years, had my daughter, and then I wanted to go to nurse practitioner school. Again, people are like, oh, you're not going to be able to do this. You're not smart enough. You can't do this. This is not where you come from. I'm the first grandkid out of, I think, 18. I think there's 16 before me that graduated high school. First one to ever even consider going to college. So that was something new. Nobody understood it. The other thing is, well, how are you financially going to afford it? Well, that's where, I've had kids coming up to me, well, I can't go to college. How can I afford to go to college? Ask. There are ways to go to college. There are ways to get help. So, people kept telling me, my ex-husband, I wanted to start a business. Oh my gosh, you're going to jeopardize our family. You can't do that. And I went out, wrote that business plan. I tried to get him to look at that. Oh, no, that's the stupidest thing you could ever do. Well, I didn't listen again. Thank God I never listened, because if I would have listened to all of those negative people sitting out there telling me you can't, I wouldn't have. When people tell you you can't, 1, they probably don't understand what you want to do. 2, they haven't tried. 3, they're scared. If you're not scared, you're not doing it right. If you're not afraid to jump off that ledge, that's okay. You have to be afraid. You have to be scared. You have to make that leap. There are so many times in life that people are going to tell you that you can't. But you know what? You can. You just need to step off and you just need to do it. Be afraid. Being afraid is a good thing. I'm sure everybody's heard of fight or flight. That's being afraid. And when you're scared, you can. You can't let all of that negative noise in the background telling you that you can't, because you can. Just believe in yourself. Put people around you that believe in you. If you can't find those people, look at people that are running businesses if that's what you want to do. Look at those people that are out there doing the things that you just know that you want to do, that you want to try to reach that level. They will help you. They will pull you up. Don't hang with the people that are going to pull you down and drag you down. There's a really good book that I read. It's called 40 Unbreakable Laws of Money. You have to read this book, because not only does it help you in financial, but it also helps you understand how to succeed, how to surround yourself with those people that are going to bring you up. Succeeding is different for everybody. I'm currently with my current husband, my amazing husband. We're running 5 businesses. Yes, it's a lot of work. Would I ever go back and work for somebody? Probably not. I have been able to learn and develop so much information, especially the last 7 years. My 40s have been amazing. Don't give up on yourself. Just try to go. Try to pick yourself up and do it. Just today, the world is trying to drag me down. You know what, though? Not going to let it happen. Pick myself up, and I'm going to go. Grandpa said, grab yourself by your bootstrings and just pull yourself up and go. You cannot let the negative Nellies in the world drag you down. If you let them, they will. Don't let them. I know this is really deep for this podcast, but I really have always wanted to put this information out. I want to empower people. I want you to be healthy. I want you to be strong. But if you aren't your own advocate, who's going to do it for you? Who's going to bring you up? Who's going to watch out for you? Nobody. You have to watch out for you. Thank you so much for listening. And I really hope I didn't bring anybody down. I really hope I empowered you to be successful. Go out there and do what you want to do. I have had people my whole life telling me, no, 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 you can't, you can't, you can't. Yes, you can. Yes, you can. So go out and do it.
Recrea Now is a product of Evolutionary Productions. Copyright 2023, all rights reserved. No reproduction of this podcast is permitted without written express consent from Recrea Health or Evolutionary Productions. For more information on Recrea Health, find us on TikTok, Facebook, or Instagram at Recrea Health. For more information about services or a free consultation, visit www.recreahealth.com.